So this is an easy way to make fingerless gloves, and you don't need very much at all. All you need is a pair of socks. It can be a pair of short socks or long ones like knee socks. Your choice what you want the socks to look like. They could be old socks or they can be brand new, and these ones are brand new. I like to add a few gems to make my fingerless gloves look a little more special, and you need a pair of scissors. So you're going to take one of the socks and put it onto your hand. And when you put it onto your hand, you're going to make sure that the heel of the sock is on your wrist, the back of your wrist. So you put it on like this. So there's the heel, and it's going to go on the back of my wrist right here. And you're going to pull it on all the way, not too tight, right? So now you're going to spread out your fingers like this. So I'm doing this with this hand. And you're going to take your scissors and you're going to make small snips in between your fingers on the sock. So I'm going to snip right here between my thumb and my forefinger, between my forefinger and my middle finger and ring finger, and then ring finger and pinky right here. So I'm going to do it with my left hand. I'm cutting with my left hand, and I'm not left-handed. So it's a little awkward, but it's doable. You can actually do it, all right, because it's just a little snip. So I'm going to go between my thumb and my forefinger first. And the snip that I make is like really small. Like, it doesn't need to be big at all. It's a tiny little snip. See it right there? It will stretch out because the fabric of the sock is really stretchy. Okay, so there it is there. Next one, between my next two fingers, tiny little snip. Next one. And last one. So with this, you need to really pay attention to what you're doing because you're cutting near your fingers. Okay, so I have all the holes cut. Now what I'm going to do is put my thumb into that first hole right here. So I'm just going to move the sock over a little bit and put my thumb through it. Now do the next one, my forefinger through that next hole. And then my middle finger through the next hole. Ring finger through that hole. And I need one more for my pinky over here. Just be careful because there's really no space there. Like, you don't have your fingers stretched out, so just be careful. And it only needs to be a tiny little snip, so you can see it there. I did it. Now I'll put my pinky through there. And then you can shimmy the fabric down a little bit between your fingers, like that. And if you feel like the snips that you made weren't big enough, you can always make them bigger if they feel too tight around your fingers. But I usually don't have a problem with that. It always seems to stretch out. This one's a little bit snug, but I think it's okay for now. Alright, so there's that. Now there's also the option of cutting off the heel right here. I don't like to cut off the heel. I like to have this band still around my arm. I like how that looks, but I know some people like to just cut off right here. So you would have to take this off your arm first and then cut straight across right above the heel, okay, if you want that kind of look. Right? So now I'll do the other one. Make sure that the heel is on the back of my wrist. And this will be easier to do because I'm right-handed. I'll be cutting with my right hand. And then stretch out your fingers. Cut between my thumb and my forefinger. Between my forefinger and my middle finger. Middle finger, ring finger, pinky. And then one more beside my pinky, being very careful. So I'll do my thumb first. And pinky. There. Now I'm doing these gloves with summer socks, But you can absolutely do this with winter socks too, like thick wool socks or something like that. It's completely fine. Flannel socks. And there's the other one. All right, so I'm going to decorate a little bit. I'll decorate on this one. And I'll do some blue and I'll do blue, purple, green, and some white. Some of my gems. Do a blue one. Put it right here. So, and there's your easy fingerless gloves.